So what is the meaning to my life? What gives me purpose? Well, clearly not a slave to other people. You'll find that the meaning to your life is to solve the problems that you end up experiencing. In my genetic background, my family tree, there's nothing but a ton of abuse that goes on, and it just keeps being repeated. Why is it important? I mean, my abuse is over now. I've escaped, but it's still a pattern that keeps getting repeated. So I kind of have a little bit of drive to be the solution to that problem. Why? Because I've given birth to 4 kids that I happen to love. I don't want them to experiencing the same problems that I've experienced. Now let's see, abuse is something that society definitely wants. Our school system definitely wants you to experience abuse, because then that creates laborers, because as long as you're in fight, flight, and dealing with a lot of problems, they can get you to work at their labor jobs because it's the only thing you can do. Keeps the medical system working, keeps the economic system working, keeps the justice system working. There's a lot of social reasons why we need to sustain the abuse experience. And the same patterns with abuse can be found within our families, our family wars, within our communities, to make sure we within our communities don't get along. Um, and then it goes out within countries, so that our countries are at war with each other. Um, Conflict. Basically, it's all about conflict. And so my purpose in life is how to end conflict. And yes, it would be great if I can solve that problem with my own family dynamics, but the only reason that I experienced it was because society influenced more than I could. So, in order for me to experience the solution to the problems that I'm dealing with, I gotta kind of change society. So it's like, okay, how do you change society? What would it take? Well, I had to do a lot of healing myself, but not using the same systems. I had to understand the medical system and not let them profit. I couldn't give them meaning to their life. I had to find meaning for my life. And as soon as I found meaning to my life, the reason to live, the reason to get up in the morning, then I end up finding some cures. It's not about sitting there taking a pill, there's nothing you can do about it, because if I were to live in the experience of, oh, just lie down and die, and it's hopeless and helpless and there's nothing you can do, I know as a mother that my kids learn best from my actions. They learn by observing and not necessarily the words that I tell them. So I can teach my kids, I can tell my kids which is the better path, but they don't listen to that. They are guided like sheep down the road that the sheep want to go down. And they will pay attention to actions. So if I lie down and play dad and say it's hopeless and helpless, then that teaches them how to play dad, and there's nothing they can do about it. So I can't do that. I can't, fall into this, oh, it's a problem that can't be solved. These are global issues that we're all dealing with, and it can't be solved. I can't do that, because otherwise I would teach my children that you can't solve problems. And I have to be the example. And, you know, it's too big to solve. You're one person. I have to set the example that no, it takes just one person. Um, okay, a lot of people won't believe you. A lot of people will tell you, no, you can't do that. So I have to set the example of, why is it you can't do that? Just because everybody else doesn't believe you doesn't mean you don't go out and try. I have to set the example because I have 4 kids that I'm trying to set an example for. And it is their world that, they live in, that as a mother, I don't want them falling into what society is guiding them down. So, if you look at the end of the day, you got to kind of change society. Kind of grateful. Everybody's kind of recognizing that a lot of problems are, global. Kind of grateful that all of us are starting to get on the same page and starting to recognize these systems are a little screwed up, because I don't think it's all that hard to get society to change, because there's more people interested in change right now. If this would have happened to me, 50 years ago, when the majority of people were enjoying their nice incomes as they were, being manipulated to serve other people, I wouldn't have had a hope in hell. But we have the suggestion that there's going to be a big awareness, or the big destruction in 2012. That's a suggestion. As soon as somebody makes a suggestion out there, the brain has to play with it and has to do something with it, and it will guide people down some kind of path. Now, if there's more people saying it's doom and gloom, which is what is happening, the systems that profit all want you stressed. They can manipulate you. You're stupid. You'll don't beat them, join them, as long as they can stress you out by making you see and focus on all of the doom and gloom. So if you buy into that path, you'll create the doom and gloom. They definitely want to profit off killing the majority of people. So you're going to end up dead. If it's from the cancers that you're going to stress and create, or the heart attacks that they're going to create, like one way or another, the fear angle will do you harm. So it's up to you. What path do you want to take? You're getting the suggestion, your brain's going to play with it. You may wonder, okay, it's nothing, but even if you say it's nothing, your subconscious mind is being programmed now to pick one path, this one or that path. You need to choose which path you want to go on. To benefit my kids, I don't want the doom and gloom. I don't want the world to end. So I'm going to choose, hey, we're going to have a big awakening. We're going to make a big transition. So who on the planet is sort of making suggestions of how this is possible? Okay, we have a lot of meditators, a lot of monks that are saying, okay, just be the love. Let's find out how much just being the love solved problems for these monks, meditating. And, Deepak Chopra meditated for a long time. And what does he come up with? Oh, we all need to die. We need to accept death. He's profiting. Has a wellness center to, ageless mind, ageless body, but now writing books on accept your death. And through his meditation, he's been known to say that if we solved all problems, then we'd be mummified mummies. So there's no motivation to solve any problems. We shouldn't solve any problems. And this is Deepak Chopra. He's making a lot of money off manipulating the subconscious global mind, because he's quite famous. He does affect people whether you read his books or not. So there's nobody out there that says, how do we get this awakening? How do we, get an awareness to what's really going on? Where's the path that we need to go on? How do we know we're not repeating the same patterns over and over again? So the universe is hiring. I'm applying. And, to end up finding out all of this stuff, it did take a great deal of study. Mother on welfare, lazy as shit, stupid as all get out, had to study quantum physics, neurology, biology, psychology, legal systems, education systems, government systems. You name the system, I had to study it. You can't be all that lazy if you want to do that much work. Found out how you can solve all problems known to the human experience. Kind of has one little piece missing, where it can't identify the unknown problem. What is that? Anything you complain about or make excuses from is your problem that you need to solve. It is not being done out there, it's being done in here. You need to take control of self, just like I'm taking control of self. What does my problem want? To be able to, guide. Well, I needed to learn how to communicate better because it's like talking with insanity. Nobody wants to be the solution to their problems. Nobody wants to know I have control over what I experience. No, I'll fight that to the death. It's them doing it to me. Yeah, it was them doing it to me too. But I ended up getting power as long as I put myself in, oh, you mean I got control? You mean I got personal power? You mean I have a full potential? Oh. And then I was guided down the path that, oh, just study this, just study that, improve on your own health so you can be the example of how to cure all of these emotional and physical problems without any medication, without any psychological help. Don't be lazy, do a lot of work that you need to solve your own problem. Get up every day, practice your communication skills, find a way to be that suggestion that might influence other people to go down a path to this big awareness. I have 4 amazing children. One loves working with animals. She wants to, you know, be in a world where we appreciate nature and find the love and joy out of nature. I have another daughter that's the same way. She's, into flowers and into making people feel good. She was such a free spirit when she was a kid that she taught me how to be a free spirit. How she used to dance on the porch in our neighborhood and just go wild dancing and didn't care who was watching her. She just enjoyed herself. She taught me how to be myself. I have 2 boys that are engineers. Um, don't want them guided down the same path that their father was guided down. They're amazing, smart people that have so much to offer. They're engineers. The world can benefit from their knowledge. I need to be able to fall into my purpose and provide a universe for them to enjoy and not experience a universe where the only way to survive is by destroying their own universe. So that is my purpose. My 4 children and the life that they are experiencing, you know, involves creating a world that they love to live. And I think everybody wants to have that. So it's like a win-win. My kids win, I win, everybody else that's suffering wins. How could it be a wrong plan? Peace out.